Thanks, Jenny and DJ. Welcome to this week's Now You Know Sports, where we watch the games so you don't have to. I'm Creighton.
And I'm Joe.
And today we're talking football, and baseball. We're going to start out with a little bit of a recap on the divisional round. So, Joe, what stats struck you about the divisional round of the baseball playoff?
Well, first of all, it was pretty much a sweep across the board, except for those Phillies and Rockies, who took it to a very exciting fourth game. Now, the Phillies led most of the division stats with 135 at-bats, 20 runs scored, 40 hits, but then the Yankees took over the home run column with 6 home runs, 2 of them coming from A-Rod in a big fashion. And then going back to the Phillies with 7 doubles, 19 walks, and then the LA Angels only had 18 strikeouts.
It's very impressive. Now, who are the key offensive players in this round?
Well, for the Angels, we got Bobby Abreu. He had 9 at-bats, 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 doubles, an RBI, 4 walks, no strikeouts, which is key, and a batting average of .556. For the Yankees, we've got A-Rod, of course, with 11 at-bats, 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and a batting average of .455. Then for the Dodgers, it was a tie between Furcal and Ethier, who both had .500 for the batting average, and a combined 24 at-bats, 7 runs, 12 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And for the Phillies, Chase Utley, with 14 at-bats, 5 runs, 6 hits, a home run, an RBI, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and an average of .429.
Now, Joe, who are your pitchers to watch in the championship series?
Well, I've got John Lackey and CC Sabathia for the Angels and the Yankees matchup. Lackey pitched 7 1/3 with no runs scored and 4 hits, and Sabathia pitched 6 2/3 with 2 runs, 8 hits, and an ERA of 1.35. Over in the NL, I've got Vicente Padilla versus Cliff Lee, and each pitched great. First of all, Padilla pitched 7 scoreless innings with only 4 hits, and Cliff Lee came in big twice with 16 1/3 innings pitched, 4 runs, 11 hits, and an ERA of 1.10.
Now, what can we expect from these key matchups?
Well, Abreu's only faced CC once. 3 at-bats, 1 run, 2 hits, a double, an RBI, and an average of .667. A-Rod's only faced Lackey once this year also, with 4 at-bats, a strikeout, which leaves his batting average at .000. Now, Furcal and Ethier haven't faced Lee, nor has Utley faced Padilla, but I'm sure that those matchups are going to prove to be exciting.
Should be a very interesting series.
Now, moving on to football, what have been your biggest surprises in the NFL this year?
Well, I'm going to harp on one key, defense. One team lost it and another team found it. The Denver Broncos did lose the AFC West Championship last year because their defense fell apart. And the Tennessee Titans, one of the league's best defensive teams last year, absolutely lost it. So Denver's newfound defense under new head coach Mike Nolan has been really impressive, and I think Tennessee's loss of Jim Schwartz to the Detroit Lions and Albert Haynesworth to the Redskins has just been too much for them to overcome. Now, we're going to talk about the Holy War right now.
Oh, baby.
Our BC Eagles travel to South Bend to take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. We're going to be looking for our 7th win in a row this week. So, Joe, what do you think of our chances?
Well, Creighton, I think we've got a pretty good chance. The Irish are always tough at home, and we have had our difficulties on the road. But this Irish team is nowhere near close to the Hokies who beat us on the road last. If the offense can move the ball on for us, we should be okay. I think the defense has been our strength this year, and if Shinsky can avoid 3 and outs, we could win this game.
Well, we've had a tough time on the road so far this year, and Jimmy Clausen's certainly gotten much better since we last played him. Since we played him last year. So that's all from this week's Now You Know Sports. We're going to send it back to the desk.
And remember, we are
BC.